Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking. About that. This is the one I've used probably the most, but how's this one here by Brummy Farmer? That's the one I've used. I use this on Neverland. Why? Why? Oh, it'll be grass. It'll be grass on the field. Yeah, we need to do some smoothing, because there's going to be little tiny patches of grass that stop us doing things that you can't see. So we need to go big. Like so. And it will get rid of any little residues that will stop us building. Oh, and there was actually quite a lump there, if I remember rightly. I know, it's game mechanics. They do rule is king, as I frequently say. Right, okay, let's try that again. So then, it's gone right back. What is that first one? Oh, I think that's one of the originals. Right, so then, I believe we're on cows now. Here we go. Brummy Farmer. Now, Brummy Farmer also, yeah, that's better. Is also the one that does, yeah, that is right, and that's got the. Oh, do we want to do the feedy thing? We want to give ourselves a bit of room for manoeuvring. That's one thing I am going to say. Does it matter that it's on the edge of our thing? Not particularly. Fantastic. And yeah, the other one, but Brummy Farmer has become he's the one with my favourite cow one as well. But I featured that a lot. I'm just going to have a look for another one so that we are also featuring other ones. 145. No, that it doesn't mean. Oh, but that's a little bit. Estancia Lepacho, I believe is what you were trying to say. Oh, we've not got enough field for that. That's a little bit big. Right, let's start at the beginning. Now they're the originals. So we will definitely not go for those. 100. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do my absolute all-time favourite, which is about the right sort of size for what I was aiming for. If we're going to go massive in sheep, what I'd like to do is go for my absolute all-time favourites. This was always my starting one. I think I've only placed it once, and that was on Ohio Richlands. And I will have to. Here we go, Foo Farmer. Massive name in FS19, really. Now then, which you can. Yeah, we're going to build our own sheds. So it's a good job we have got this field. What was I saying about not taking up too much of the field? We've pretty much taken all of the field with this, with them all, and we will literally. I'll leave the posts up to begin with. You can knock them down afterwards. Now then, trying to think. There's not. No, the it's fairly central no matter what you do, so yeah, I think I'm happy with there. And it's 33, and it's 451 of leveling, so there's hardly any leveling there at all. We're going to put we're going to go for decoration, and we're going to do some different. I always do the same kind of fencing. Always do this one here, always, and I think we'll do something a little bit different. And I'm not a massive fan of this one, where it does but a lot of people use that. Do we use, how big is it? Well, the other's only tiny, but I think, how big is that? That's fairly big. That looks like it's metal. So I reckon, if we zoom in a little bit, these are the guides. We want to do, we'll do the, if we stick that on that, it's not really an object, it's more of a guide. So we can go, are we going to do 2 fences, 2 entrances? Yeah, we can always knock one set off, can't we, really, afterwards? Yeah, it probably can just do all four, and then we'll knock a section off. I think it works like that. I'm hoping it does. And then right to there. Brilliant. Switch that off, and now we are going to have to do... We're going to go for the bigger one. I'm not sure how big this is, so let's go for the biggie and stick this... Right, so we're going to need to do one more of those. Demolish. And stick that in now. Ah. If we do V mode, does that actually work? Oh, that's worked. It's actually done it this time. Fantastic. I'm going to do another one, I think, over on this side. So we need to get rid of 3 of those, and then I believe if we press that, you can actually toggle finish, cancel. No, we need to, yeah, first of all we need to demolish. I think we'll, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Stick that in. Oh, okay. Seriously? Oh, it really won't let you get away with it either. Oh. Oh, hang on. That's weird. If you hover your mouse, it won't let you do it still. It won't let you place it, but... Right, okay, so then that means we're going to have to do... Okay, well, we'll for some reason it didn't like that. Do we do it in the middle? It doesn't. It does look actually like the terrain is slightly steeper. In the middle, we'll try that. Is it any point for? Yeah, it is. So I'd like one over this way where possible. Brilliant, excellent. Job is a good one. Right, fantastic. Now if we come out of that, and I think if we... Yeah, I am switching... Oh, okay, that's a little bit... Yeah, we need to smooth. Let's do the smoothing. Let's get all these little jobs done. Placing animals is never easy in FS. There's always, yeah, things you've got to do. The price you have to pay. Or we need to sort of... Yeah, we need it smaller. We need to sort of smooth it like that. More... do we smooth or do we level? Do we do a level? Because we're going to make it... Right, now if we smooth, it shouldn't really do too much. Because it's sort of almost a road, isn't it, really? Wow, I really did do some straight. You got to be careful because you start to see underneath the... Which is why you should really use the smaller one, I think. easiest way, really, I think it's going to cost us a bit, is to level right the way across and have a bit of a bank on this side here, like that. Be careful. Yeah, I knew it was going to do it. I was watching because I thought it might do something strange if we're not careful. Whoa. The one thing I'm going to say, yeah, I always try to be positive as well, and like to be balanced. But in FS19, I always used to say that the cost of fixing things, especially the landscaping, I almost always had to do it like improperly. Yeah, where you literally stick money in, 1 million in, because it was so expensive. It really was in FS19. It really was so terribly expensive. Right, so then let's just try and see. It's surely we can do something with this, because it is a little bit awful. Let's try and level again, I think. Now then, let's try and soften that in the middle, just to give us a bit of a... Now then, also change the strength. Let's go maximum. It doesn't do an awful lot, actually. I think that's reasonable. Now let's look at the cows. This looked alright, but then, yeah, we're hovering high. We need to go into the enclosure. Yeah, now this foxed me the first time, and I said, yeah, you can hide the things. Now that doesn't look bad, actually. Switch that on. We need it on in a minute, but yeah, what we're going to do is, so that, yeah, that's not awful. It's not, I've seen worse. I would like to do, I think we're going to do some asphalting in that area. Should we do it now? Let's finish things off. I do think we're going to do some asphalt, being as we've chosen asphalt, and it has got quite a limited palette on the map. I think we'll do this in the farmyard area. That's another thing that's improved. You can actually paint underneath things now. Yeah, you couldn't do that in FS19. It sort of stopped where the things were, so that's another improvement. Yeah, it is nice to be positive about the things that are better, because there are some things that are definitely worse, and the game mechanics glitches that we got on FS22, we never did get those on FS19, especially not toward the end when everything had been almost perfected. It was really nice to be in FS19 when you think of FS22 with the way that you have an update and it totally scuppers the game. Right, I think we need to go small, and we're going to do some run-throughs to the gates, which makes sense, which is there. It's smaller than that, I think, about that. Don't necessarily want it perfect. Not too shabby. Right, now then, we want this one here, because at least it guides you to rough. Oh, now there's a bit of a gap in there, actually. We might need to fix that, I think. Yeah, I think we will. Actually, I think what we're going to do is demolish that one, and then we will put it back, starting at that pole. So we need to pick the right one, which was past my normal one, which I believe is this one here. It might do distance too short. Oh no, smashing. Now, did I see the same on the other one? Yes, I did. Amazing. This is a good job we've got quite a bit of cash, because it's a little bit expensive. Right, let's try that. And will it say distance too short? It won't. Smashing. So there we go. No gaps now. Right, now we need to go in and open this. I don't think it makes any difference. And there is. Now we need to switch this on, because there is. Yeah, now the thing that foxed me about this, and I said this was wrong, and it isn't wrong at all. It is that. I shall show you. Yeah, when we get there. I thought, isn't there loading zone? No, open. We will open the animal dialogue. I would sooner. It's one bit where you tell it to switch the posts off, I thought. Toggle marker posts, that's it. They should disappear into the ground, and then we won't see those brown posts anymore, which is fantastic. That's one thing. The other thing is, I always thought this was broken when it first started, and then there is a bit of a, yeah, we need to sort that out. You actually get the manure and the slurry both from this. This is rather unique. So yeah, I thought it was wrong, and it's not. You get it from there. It's got some very generous. If you looked at the amounts there, it does want water 32 tons, milk 250 tons, storage, straw 45 tons, slurry 500 tons, and 150 tons of food. So it is actually really quite good. Right, let's just... And this is proper grass as well. Actually, I never thought about that, but it is true. That's going to work perfect, isn't it, really? Thinking about it. Let's make that... I think that's not far off. It wasn't terrible, it was just seemed to be on that particular side. A little bit there, I think. No, it's actually, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's have a quick look. That looks fairly level to me. Yeah, this was my very favourite in FS19. Now, I realise a lot of them don't have water anymore, as in, like, the water is... yeah, already there. You know, yeah, it does it itself. But I'm quite happy with that. We've got the Kawaiko, which we can stick 25 tons, and which will pretty much, or we can buy the Omatana especially for this. Do we? Did I open the other one as well? No, I didn't. Right, smash him. Do we do a? No, we don't actually. I think we'll leave it as grass. That is that, because it's proper grass, that is also going to feed them. They're going to get that in the enclosure, which is fantastic as well. Do we do... No, we've done that. I'll just have a quick look at the handiwork from the ground level. I always think that makes the difference. So there you go. We'll just go... Here's the bit. Here's the lumpy bit that I was talking about. Right, do we? I think we do. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it till next session for the moving in. We'll have a bit of a hover just to see a bit of a flyover, I think, to see. I ought to buy the Maverick, the DJ Maverick, the drone, because it would sort of do. It uses this, I think, but it still is quite good. So I'm quite pleased with that. It's more expensive than I'm normally used to, the things, but that looks a permanent structure. It looks quite posh, actually. It doesn't look a cheap thing. I love that by Foo Farmer. It is an absolute beaut. I don't mean, when I say it's my favourite, it's my favourite for that size. It's a good small starting one, and I mean not small. You can get 10 cows and 20 cows and 30 cows, and that is adequate. I always used to think it wasn't, but it is. So a quick look around this. So we pretty much did take up that field. It was me saying, we don't need to take all of the field. But I think perhaps we do. Yeah, did I? No, I didn't do any damage to the other farms. So that's not bad, actually. That's better than I thought. Yeah, it's not awful. It's a little bit. But if we did it any more, we were going to literally see straight underneath there. So, right. And so next session, we'll... Do we buy the animals now, and then next session we get all of the feeding done? Also, do we grab... Yeah, we've got 522 grand. We're going to spend a fortune on animals. I think we've got the 50 odd tonner. Yeah, I think... Do we also... Yeah, I think what we're going to do is something that I did on... Yeah, I know we've got one already. In fact, actually, do you know something? We're going to shift it from there, because I don't like it there. It's... I think what we're going to do is be... Yeah, I know we lost a little bit, but I'm quite happy with that. I think what we're going to do is stick this, and inside... Now, yeah, you got to be careful, because there's got to be enough for those doors open inwards. Right, we need to first of all open them whilst we're doing this, because I need to see where they actually open to. Perhaps if I'd have realised I was going to do... Yeah, no, actually I think we're going to be alright. So then, we go for... Yeah, now this is still the king of this little lot, it really is. As in for prices, there is that bit of a discount. Well, it isn't the total king. No, I can't be. There is another one, which I don't think is in this, which is... But it's big. It is big. That's... Yeah. Just trying to think if it is in here. I don't think it is. I think it's in tools. The one that I'm talking about, which I shall show you, is... this is the best, which is this one by Mantrid. Yeah, you do get a 30% discount if you place that big one, but... It is a little bit large, really, for what we want to do. It's ideal for placing on the map, not necessarily ideal for placing right here. Yeah, I do think... I still would love it if we had one of... In FS19, I thought the best one was the... like the Sell Everything mod, where it's containers. I think that's just a little bit more realistic. Ooh. Yeah, my plan is... to stick it in the corner, and I think we need V mode. I do. I think we're going to need to... Yeah, I'm just going to stick that. Yeah, and we will do a bit of landscaping. But it doesn't waste anything. The doors will open, and it comes outside, but wastes none of the... Now then, can we... Ah, that's interesting. It won't let me... Perhaps it's because it's too close to the metal railings. It could be that. Yes, it doesn't seem to like me doing it near the railings. Ah, wrong one. It's asphalt. It's just... I just thought it looked a little bit better just to give it a bit of a inside job. Right, I'm happy with that. Yeah, it is. It's not done too much, and the doors open, and we can get everything past it. Yeah, because you can't get past the gates anyway. So I like that. I've done it on a few now, where you takes up no space, sticks there. Or do we stick a little bit of a blob? The one thing I did used to like was those where they had that beam of light, but then again, they're not as... I think a lot of people thought, oh, they're not so realistic, which is true. But it would be nice to switch them on so you could see and stick a blob of... Now the other thing is, there's almost like a refraction thing when you do this. If you look where I'm... Yeah, it's... Oh, it's a bit big. That's the tiniest one as well. Yeah, it looks like a spillage, and it's not far off from where we need to be. I would have liked it if it wasn't quite so big. Could we do something like a manhole? I don't think that's a bad idea, actually, because they place exactly... Yeah, I think it's weird, and I know I'm sort of this has taken time, but I always think that these are the type of things that Mr. CLP, there's one thing I've got to give him. No, there's many things I've got to give him, but one thing I've got to give him, he's very good at designing this type of thing. Very good. He can make these look beautiful. I know he likes his Lego, so I would imagine it's quite a challenge for him, and he quite enjoys it, but he really does. The finishing touches, I am terrible at it. I really am. It's always very manly in so much as ladies pay more attention to details that make things look nice. Men tend to just make things practical, and I'm definitely one of those men that does that. So you're just totally practical. Now there is a lovely round manhole cover. I think that's probably the one I'm going to go for. This one here. Yeah, I know we're going to need to stick V mode on. I would say that's not far off. No, not terrible, not too shabby. It's slightly, but that's about as good as you're going to get it. So smash it. So there we go. I do think the details like that. I do think I have got to get a little bit more, trying to please everybody, because there are lady viewers as well. And well, I'm not being funny. Even us gentlemen, we might not. I might not be. Yeah, let's not lump everybody into me. But I might be very like typical man, where I just design things practically. But I have also got to get better at this, because yeah, Mr. CDP obviously is a man also, but he does a cracking job of this type of thing. So I've got to get better. I really have. Right, so then we have, yeah, we bought our new field. We didn't. The one thing I'm going to do is quickly scan that field, and let's be honest, we have got a bit of a beast for the scanner, so it's really not going to take us very long to scan anyway. But it would be nice to see and to get it all ready, so because next month we're going to be very busy. Well, that is the point. We're not going to speed time up this time either. We're going to do the animals in the month of February, because we need to be ready to hit the ground running on all of our. Yeah, the other thing is I do need to have. I've definitely decided 100%. I am going to go for that. Let me show you. I am definitely 100% going for the 9 meter. So it's weird that the second I said that I had an idea. It is true, but I don't know. I think I'd like. No, I'm going to stick to what I said, because I'd like to feature them. The one that I'll show you. It's in Cedars. This I was looking at this, but it's yeah. Oh yeah, I've got a new one, but again, I don't think I ticked the box as I came in. So yeah, the Concorde is what I'm thinking. Definitely, it's got a massive storage as well. So it does the seed, the seeds and the fertilizer, and then there's the that for 45,000, which is an 9.1 meter. There is one thing I did think: could you, or will it only work? I know the pipes and that would only work with this particular one, but would this work with any other? I don't know what that means. It seems to be not doing an awful lot, just doing something to the wheels. So yeah, 144 horsepower, and that hasn't got a horsepower requirement because it's wheels and it's being dragged. So yeah, I think we're going to go for 2 of those, if I'm honest, and that's not going to break the bank either, but I've always wanted to try it. It will make it into an 18 meter with the 2 of them, but also give you the ability that if you really wanted to, you could just leave them trundling around. Also, we can buy, I'm thinking, no, not the Sintrac, it's our grass specialist really. I'm thinking we would probably go for, yeah, let me carry on with what I was sort of showing you. Oh, I'd forgotten that's a seed distributor. Distributor. Ah, now that's interesting, because that does 9 miles an hour. 12 meter spread, probably a little bit more realistic than that one, and that's bigger. That's 20 meter spread. That might work with workers. That would be interesting to see that, if it does actually work. Right, yeah, the one I was thinking about, I like the multi-fruit version of this, but there's an 8 meter one, if I remember rightly. This is by DS Power, who's done an awful lot of cracking mods, as well as some smashing. Here we go, 159,500 for the 8 meter one. I don't think this is multi-fruit. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the multi-fruit version. Whereas this 6 meter one is a multi-fruit. It does everything. I do like that idea of that. So, and the 105,000, if you're going to spend that sort of cash, I think I'd start to think of going for something like that. But yeah, I really do think, all things considered, that I'd like to, if this, I might well have this again. I have tried. I know you can stick the doubles. I've had that one. I had that on Hobo's Hollow. Was one of the last things we bought, a 9 meter. But yeah, I think we'd like to. It was not. I thought it was faffy, but I don't really think it is. It's really quite. Once you get used to it, it's actually quite nice. I've had that a couple of times. I think I had that on one of the Lord's maps, one of the little ones he did. So I think we're going to go for the case. Concord, definitely, that is what we're going to go for. So it's not going to break the bank either. We're going to get 2 of those, and I do think then planters. I'm just trying to think. Well, we need all of the oils basically. So we're going to go obviously big. We're trying to work with our partner, which is the grain mill, really. So we do need to go, which also does sugar. We'll have a quick look just to remind you of its strengths. I think we'll go for the big Kinsey. If I'm honest, the 249, it's 350 horsepower. We have the horses already to deal with it. So, and it's an 18.2 meter. We've got 2 of those on Neverland, and they're absolutely amazing. So yeah, we've got that for sugar beet, and also that for sunflowers, and also there's the corn. But I don't think that was for the one that we chose in the end. We have, oh yeah, let's scan the fields, Mr. Smith. Before we do anything more, let's quickly scan the field. And remember, there is a fence. I think it's, here we are, it's just at this corner. So then, now that we need the big one, don't we? To actually see this. It's amazing. A little bit further, we can do a little. Wow, this is a big field. 2/3 of it. Wow. Right, smashing. One thing we did say we're doing was 5,900. It is like it charges you. I think I've worked it out. I did say one of these was expensive. I don't think it cheats the system. I think in some ways that's probably 59 scans. That makes sense. So if you were using the standard small one, that would be 59 scans. We did it in 2, but it still charges you. It's not, yeah, you're basically, the actual thing itself is still right. I think that's it. I think I've finally figured it out. Right, so we want to be sticking that there. We did say we wanted some more stones, and I do concur. So let's go grab. To be honest, our fields are massive. I really seriously think that probably is a wise idea to buy. Do we do a full 45 tons? Well, yeah, but that would be like 90 or 100 odd tons of lime. Is that so out of the ordinary for a let's play like this? It's not going to break the bank either. We just need to stick quite a lot of water in, and we don't need to do it all in one. We can do it in bits and dribs and drabs. And then this has got a much nicer approach than where it was before, where it was a little bit tight. Right, stones. Yeah, I think we'll just do a full. also will buy the proper what's it called, the spot weeding for the big John Deere. I know it's going to cost us 40 odd grand, but it really is worth it. And I know we've got lots of herbicide, but it is fantastic. It really is. We'll do another water fill, because I think we're going to need it. Although you say that, it depends. I think the water distributor again will actually stick water in there for us. While that is emptying, I think we'll fill that with the Massey. Yeah, so we are moving on a pace. I'm quite pleased with this. I don't want it to go too big though. I think I'm happy with the fields that we've got now. I know I don't think we're going to be able to do as many as apologies for that. Water. Let's move that out of the way now. Otherwise it'll not let us put the water in. Yeah, it still looks a bit stark. I think a few things like flower pots and stuff like that to make it look a little bit more like a home and a bit more less practical than I'm used to doing, and I think I've got to start doing that. It's a little bit, it's the finishing touches. Frithgar was fantastic at it, really was. Mississippi is very good at it, and also they know it's important, whereas I have in Rombos Mark II, I put the sheds down at the very last episode when it was a total waste of time. It was just a finishing touch. You need them, as like we've done now. Obviously I can see that I have learned something. We've already put the sheds down and we're not that far in really, so yeah, I've actually learned my lesson a little, because we've actually now got that in already. Right, so we'll fill this ready for next time. And the one thing I am going to do is on camera, not that it really matters, it's not, I know nobody's really, yeah, we're going to grab that and we're going to stick another 60 odd 70 odd tons in really. We're going to have a look how the water distributor is doing just before we scoot basically. Yeah, we'll see grapes 100 tons, lime, what did that get up to? It got up to 25 tons, but now we've got 44 tons, which is going to double. So yeah, there's going to be well over 100 tons. We need to get some more manure. 53 tons of herbicide, but we really won't touch that very much if we're going to go for... Oh, so the road salt is still... We never did finish that, so let's finish that. I didn't realise that we'd still got some salt left. We have the manure plus digestate. How is that doing? Manure 38 tons. Wow, that digestates. That is sitting at no, we did say it was another lot of the grass. We did. I'm going to say it's grape juice. Still 2.4 tons of grapes left. 193 tons of water in though. That is amazing. The olives are now almost down to less than a ton. So that's pig food's up to 6. Oh wow, that's going to sell quite a bit. It is. And the grape juice as well. It's going to sell on the out for quite a lot. Silage is 21 tons. Let's have a look how these are all doing just as we go. I just want to show you everything. I think this is one of the most important things you've got to do as a content creator, which is really include you. So I think we're now out. We are. You know, leave it on though. I know it does cost us, but it's just that you forget to sometimes switch it on. So how are we doing on this? 147 tons. We've done 2 lots. 12 tons of seeds left, so maybe a bit of a top up on that. Manure, a little bit of a top up because it is distributing. Yeah, water's good. It is everywhere. The water's good where it's needed, so I would imagine the water in this is now astronomical. Yeah, 1.3 million. One day it will actually fill it, but yeah, this is still handling everything quite nicely. There's nothing with no water in where it's needed, but that doesn't need it. Oh wow, What's up to 34 tons? Oh wow! And the digestate is up to. So that's again. This is what I'm saying. There's a bit of a. Yeah, there's a bit of a. It's not able to fill that because it keeps on filling more. And we could do digestate to things like solid, but it's just such a terrible loss. It really. So yeah, we're not going to. So then, one quick look at our partner, our newest partner, which is I think I'll be using this again. This is amazing. I love the fact that it's got pig food as a byproduct. It's totally lossless in so much as, yeah, but there's also the sugar beet, which again does the same. It's lossless. Yeah, 1,000 for 1,000. I mean, this is unheard of. It really is, that we totally don't lose from the things. Now these yeah, again, not lossless, but it is lossless when you consider you get an extra byproduct, which means that I mean, that's actually gaining. But oats you do anyway with even the base game. So sorghum you do little as well. Corn, flour. Oh, but I did say this is loss, quite a lot of loss actually. In fact, soybeans is the worst. So corn and soybeans, you really don't want to be using that at all. I did want to do the corn oil, but this doesn't do that. So that is the other one, the enhanced oil thing. So that was, but I think we've got our hands busy already. So our olive oils is covered. We need to be planting sunflower and canola. But if we're going to do sugar beet, I think we'll just do sugar beet rather than sugar cane, and we'll get a sugar beet cutter so that we can double up on that. We've got barley we can plant, and wheat, or maybe oats. But yeah, actually the best is flour is oats. So if you can do that, I think oats is the way to go. Or maybe. So how many fields do we need? Let's think. We need a sugar beet, canola, and sunflower. That's 3 fields. Or we split them. I mean, although we've got to produce enough that it's worth a while doing it, and that's why sometimes we might buy another field, because crops like this, you only do 1 crop a year really, unless, well, there's a few on rare maps where you can actually manage to do 2, but I'm not sure. So it might be the fact that we do actually do a little bit more. But that is where we're going to leave it. It really is. So yeah, all that remains to be said is next session we'll get the animals in. I don't want to rush it. I want to get those in nicely. Do we buy them now though? And then I think we will. I think we'll buy them now, and then we'll feed them, because literally the time is obviously stuck in stasis. I believe somewhere. I think it's on this side. No, it's not. Okay. I think we turn the zone markers on for a minute, I think. It's yeah. We ran right past that. It probably flashed yellow as well, really, knowing me. Right, so we went Holsteins in the last one. We're going to go Brown Swiss in this one. We are definitely going for the biggies, and this one does. I think we're going to go 75, and my television is deciding it's about to switch off. So if we go, yeah, 60, yes, and then if we go, now if we go up to 1, we'll go 15. I think, yeah, we're going to do 15, and then it gives us time to grow the herd. Spy, yes, and then we've got 75, which will double to 150. Right, smashing. So then 394. I mean, we could do 70, yeah. Oh, but I think if we're going to do that, I'd like to do it where you introduce the herd halfway through, so that they are about to give birth, and we move the eldest or half of those to make room. I've did it with the pigs, and it is quite interesting. Right, animal dialogue. I think we had. Oh, should we go black? I think we will. No, let's go down and then go to the very top. I think it is 60 is the most you can buy, isn't it, in one hit for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yes. I think we're going to buy 180. Which means it's just over half. So there we go. Next session we're going to get these all fed and watered. And we'll switch that off again. Because this is fairly a nice enclosure to go for. Obviously one's food and one's water. It's as simple as that. I think it pops here, the wall, or it's at the other end. Here, it's either there or there that it pops. This one, likewise, it really is just the milk. We probably will buy a dairy without a shadow of a doubt. I really think that is a definite possibility for us to do a dairy. We'll do cheese products and all the rest of it. But yeah, that is where we leave things. So we're down to 297,746. We have got in the morning. Oh, apologies, cow. Yes, for the unrealism. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.